Gino, I think he should have never said what he said. Um, and it's not a coincidence. What are you going to blame Marquette for being aggressive now? First time in 30 years, I believe in his coaching career that they had back-to-back losses. They lost and fell to a middle of the road Big East team, Marquette. They're 16-8. They're 9-6 in the conference. And it wasn't a game where it wasn't a game where that they Marquette got lucky. They handed that loss to UConn well. I think that's kind of what we're looking at now. Like Gino spoke so outspoken about South Carolina, and that in return, here he goes again. So he critiques the refs, right? He was critiquing the refs, not the Gamecocks, right? For not making the calls, and then can you just admit that your team is just not playing high level basketball right now? Doesn't mean you can't win the championship. Doesn't mean you can't win the tournament. Doesn't mean you can't win the conference. But your team is not playing a high level of basketball. I think this is something that for him personally he has to get over. Marquette, they came in and they played solid basketball. They of course they're on their floor. They said they played solid basketball. I felt like just they controlled the game throughout. They controlled it throughout the game throughout the whole game. They were playing sound basketball. And if you look at the shooting the shooting percentage here, Marquette was just shooting better from the free throw line. Better from the free throw line, but worse from the field goal, worse from 3 point. So the question is how and where did they win? Where did they get their wins? UConn was turning the ball over. UConn just could. They were just making bad decisions. 19 turnovers compared to 8, so they doubled they more than doubled their turnovers. At one point Marquette had a 13-point lead. So yeah, I mean this is a big win for Marquette, but I think it's more telling for Gino and how he should kind of carry himself throughout the rest of the season.